This tool right here might be the most underrated AI product Google has ever released. This is Notebook LM. While everyone is distracted by video generators and chatbots, Notebook LLM is quietly solving the biggest problem with AI, trust, and context. It's an AI powered research assistant that is grounded in your documents. It doesn't just guess from the entire internet, it answers based exclusively on the sources you give it. Let's look at an example. Here we have a notebook loaded with complex scientific papers about genomics. On the left, you see your sources. These can be PDFs, Google Docs, slides, or even text files. When you click one, you can read the original document right here. But look at the right side. This is where the magic happens. You don't have to study these papers manually. You can ask the AI to generate flashcards instantly. If you are a student, this just cut your study time in half. It pulls the key concepts, turns them into questions, and lets you test yourself. It also handles slides perfectly. Here we have a presentation deck with charts, graphs, and bullet points. Usually, OLLMs struggle with this format, but Notebook LM understands the visual structure of a slide deck. You can ask it, what is the trend in sequencing costs? And it will look at that specific chart to give you the answer. The core interaction is the chat. But unlike ChatGPT, notice those little gray numbers after every sentence? Those are citations. If you click them, it takes you to the exact paragraph in the source document where it got that information. This eliminates hallucinations. You can verify everything. It can also gamify the learning process. Here, it's generated a quiz based on the material. Think about corporate training. You could upload your entire employee handbook and generate a quiz to ensure your team actually understands the new policies. It's multimodal, meaning it reads images too. This diagram explaining how deep variant works. The AI can see this workflow and explain it to you in plain English if you ask it to. And if you just want the too long didn't read version, you can generate a briefing doc or a study guide. It synthesizes all 20 plus sources into a single, easy to read summary document. Now, I want to show you the feature that made this tool go viral recently. Let's open this Health AI notebook. Stop using ChatGPT for your research. Seriously, if you are trying to learn a new topic, analyze a business report, or study for an exam, standard chatbots are actually slowing you down because you can't fully trust them. What we are looking at here is Google Notebook LLM. And honestly, it might be the most powerful sleeper tool Google has ever released. While everyone else is obsessed with image generators and funny videos, Google quietly solved the two biggest problems in artificial intelligence: hallucinations and context limit. This isn't a chatbot that guesses. This is a grounded AI. It creates a boundary around specific documents you upload, and it only answers based on that data. It's like hiring a PhD researcher who has memorized your specific library of books and nothing else. Let's look at the student use case first. On the right, you see the flashcards feature. Imagine you are a medical student or studying for the bar exam. You upload 500 pages of dense textbooks. Instead of spending 10 hours making handwritten notes, Notebook LM scans the semantic meaning of the text and generates quiz questions for you instantly. It turns passive reading into active recall in seconds. But where this gets really crazy is with multimodality. Look at this slide deck. It's full of complex charts, trend lines, and financial data. Most AI models treat PDFs like plain text. They ignore the visuals. Notebook LM uses Gemini 1.5 Pro, which has native vision capabilities. It can look at that graph on sequencing coverage, understand the X and Y axes, and tell you exactly what the trend is without you needing to interpret the raw data yourself. Now, Look at the chat interface. This is the killer feature that makes this tool enterprise ready. See those little gray citation numbers at the end of every sentence. This is the trust layer. When you hover over a number, it doesn't just tell you the source. It snaps the document viewer on the left to the exact paragraph where the information lives. This creates a verifiable audit trail. If you are using this for legal work, financial analysis, or writing a thesis, you essentially have a hallucination-proof workflow because you can instantly verify every single claim the AI makes. See that audio overview button? This is the deep dive feature. It takes your boring documents, medical journals, legal contracts, whatever, and it generates a realistic two-person podcast discussion about them. It sounds shockingly human. They banter, they use analogies, and they break down complex topics so you can listen while you drive. It basically turns your reading list into a playlist. But let's stop looking at the demos. I want to build a notebook from scratch to show you how fast this is. We click Create New Notebook. Now we need to feed it a brain. I'm going to upload a document from my own business. Mike's iForge operating procedures. This is a dense text document about business strategy. Instantly, it reads the file. It generates a summary at the top and suggests questions I might want to ask, like how does the brand mission guide technical production? I can save that summary as a note. Now, let's make it smarter. I want to add external market data to this. I'm going to grab a URL. This is an article from the Motley Fool about AMD's stock turnaround. I just paste the link. Now, my notebook has two brains, my internal business strategy and live external market analysis. I can ask it specific questions about the article. Why could 2026 be the turnaround year for AMD? It's not searching Google, it is reading that specific article I gave it to extract the answer. If I'm an investor, I can use this to speed run my due diligence. I upload the earnings report, the news articles, and the CEO's transcript, and then I generate these flashcards to memorize the key financial targets. Or I can create a mind map. Look at this. It visualizes the strategic path to AI dominance. Based on the text, it breaks it down into strategic shift, core technologies, and financial outlook. This is incredible for understanding the big picture of a document without reading 50 pages of text. And speaking of big documents, let's look at this slide deck it pulled in. This is a dense presentation about AMD's AI roadmap. Imagine you have a meeting in 10 minutes. You don't have time to analyze these graphs manually. You can simply ask Notebook LM, what is the projected revenue growth in Q3? Or what is the discrepancy between the valuation and the technology? It will find the specific slide, interpret the data, and give you the answer. This is the future of knowledge work. It's not about the AI doing the work for you. It's about the AI helping you navigate the ocean of information you drown in every day, whether you are a student, a lawyer, a doctor, or an entrepreneur. Notebook LM is the second brain we've all been waiting for. And the best part, it's completely free right now. Now, tools like this are powerful, but only if you have the right workflows. That is exactly what we focus on in the AI Forge. In our school community, we have deep dive tutorials on how to set up Notebook LM for academic research, for investment analysis, and for content creation. We share the best prompts and the best ways to structure your data. If you want to stop drowning in data and start automating your learning, click the link in the description and join us. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one.